Hi, one and all. My, how time flies. I'm still researching one case when another crops up. So today we're going to take stock of a few cases currently dominating the news, and I'll give my opinion on it and ask the questions that maybe some of you may be a little nervous to ask. But as all these cases involve children, I feel that we are duty bound to ask them. Okay, the Kylie Rodney case has, for all intents and purposes, been ruled an accident. According to the coroner's report, there is no indication of foul play, no indication of any kind of violence perpetrated on her before her death. As I listen to a variety of content creators, I am well aware that there are those who are accepting of the ruling and those who still have questions. Unfortunately, I am still one of those who have questions. But today I'm not here to talk about the mechanics and the technicalities of the actual alleged accident, but instead to ask other questions about responsibility, culpability, and accountability due to the fact that 16-year-old Kylie had been submerged in Prosser Reservoir for so long, it was almost impossible to determine how much alcohol she had in her system when she went into the lake. However, we will be very stupid, deaf, dumb, or blind to think or assume that she was not drinking. We heard a number of her friends and others saying that she was drunk. Even if we do not believe everything they said, we saw the AWP footage and we saw the discarded alcoholic beverages in the vehicle. Maybe there are countries in which it is legal for a 16-year-old to drink, but not any I know of. In my country, the age limit is 18, and in the United States, it is 21. So, who supplied Kylie with alcohol? Who sold it to her? Or who gave it to her? Did a shopkeeper in Truckee sell her alcohol? Is that why she went to the store before attending the party? Or did the likes of Sammy, her friend, supply her with alcohol? Or did she get it from her mother and stepfather? Is that why authorities are not investigating this aspect of the case further? Because they feel that her death was punishment enough for her family. If that is the case, then what happened to accountability and responsibility? And why should we all be satisfied with one law for me and another for thee? Many of us are now heavily invested in the Quentin Simon case, a 20-month-old little boy who disappeared from his home. As the case progresses, we are hearing more and more about his mother, Leilani, who not only abuses alcohol, but is also addicted to drugs. A young woman who had already lost custody of her two older children, Quentin and his 3-year-old brother, due to her addictions and neglect of the children, yet was allowed to remain in the same home with said children and who was left alone with her by her mother, who had guardianship over the children. We hear that Leilani took her frustrations out on Quentin, in particular because, allegedly, she did not bond with him. We hear that both boys had previously been observed with bruises, and we now know that along with Quentin and his brother, Leilani also had a 4-month-old baby. At 22, 3 children from 3 different fathers, aged between 3 or then 36 months and 4 months old. The current allegations are that something happened to Quentin in the home and that Leilani took his body to a nearby dumpster where it was collected, as per usual, along with the rest of the trash, and thrown into a landfill. The Savannah Police Department and FBI are currently searching the landfill for Quentin's remains. While this is all happening, the public is becoming increasingly agitated with the fact that Leilani, the mother, is still roaming freely after the police chief himself said that she is the main suspect in the demise of Quentin and, to date, the only suspect. Now, I can understand why they have not arrested Leilani for Quentin's death yet. Obviously, she's not talking and not telling the truth about Quentin's cause of death. It could thus have been accidental or with purpose and malicious intent. But surely there must be probable cause or a very good reason why the police and FBI are spending the time and money to search the landfill. It is alleged that Leilani was caught on CCTV in the early hours of the morning visiting these dumpsters. It is alleged that the alarm system of their home registered a door of their home opening shortly before. If that is correct, then the public has the right to question why she is not in custody yet. If the police is as yet unable to charge her with murder, then why not hold her on other charges in the meantime or until? From what is in the media and from what the police chief himself had said, it is clear that there is enough evidence of neglect and abuse and enough evidence of drug abuse. As a matter of fact, when she was tested before or just after the other children were removed from the home, she did indeed test positive for a substance. And that is not speculation. It is a fact and contained in a court document. As Leilani is an addict and still at home, it is also logic that she is still using and abusing substances. So, where and how and from whom is she getting it? Doesn't it matter to law enforcement who is actually selling these substances in their jurisdiction anymore? And why can't she be charged with possession of illegal substances in the meantime? Is it okay these days to drive impaired? We saw footage of her driving. To receive illegal substances at your home or just to go out and buy it without fear of repercussions? And now I have another question for you. The father of Cody Bigsby, Corey Bigsby, was indicted on 30 charges, 15 charges of child neglect, 4 charges of abuse, 2 charges of neglect, 2 misdemeanors for failing to secure medical attention for an injured child, and so forth and so forth. None of those charges in the indictment even relates to Cody's disappearance. Yet, this man is in jail without his son's body having been found. Although I do believe that prosecutors in the trial of Trezal and Jacqueline West, the adoptive parents of Orrin and Orson West, do have significant evidence to prove that the adoptive parents had likely killed the boys, the children or then their bodies have also not been found yet. The father of Harmony Montgomery, although not charged with her murder, is also in jail on other charges, one of which is for assault, as he was reported by an uncle of having given Harmony a black eye. So why is Leilani Simon treated with kid gloves? Why is she treated differently? Why is she out in the community and even mingling with people and young children? I fully understand the rising anger and frustration of the public, particularly after Leilani and her mother were seen partying, eating, and drinking while other men and women were out there in warm overalls and hazmat suits searching for her child's body. Isn't it the duty of law enforcement to keep law-abiding citizens safe? Shouldn't this woman be taken off the streets until her guilt or then innocence can be proven? Where is the accountability and the responsibility to keep the public, in particular the most vulnerable among us, our children, safe? Why can law enforcement arrest a handful of protesters for protesting and perhaps obscuring a driveway, but they can't find anything to arrest a drug-addicted child abuser with? What about Summer Wells? Her father, Don Wells, is either out of jail already or will be out any day now. And her mother is back at 110 Ben Hill Road. When Sheriff Lawson was asked for updates on the case, he referred people to their police department's social media accounts. But those accounts have not been updated regularly either. So what now? Is the case just going to go away? Are the parents just going to carry on with their lives now, happy and carefree, as the other children have also now been removed, leaving them to live their lives any way they choose to? Between the two of them, 7 children had been removed from their care, and one is still missing. But no charges, no repercussions for those two either, it appears. This has to stop. Our governments and lawmakers need to step up and step up fast. This cannot continue. Where is Michael Monkey Vaughan? Where is baby Gabriel? Where is Oakley Colson? Where are the hundreds and hundreds of other missing children all over the world? Why is law enforcement all over the world so lackluster when it comes to cases involving children? I cannot understand it, and I will not ever understand it. And why aren't more parents held accountable? If not for murder, then at least for their actions or lack of actions, which led to these children going missing or ending up dead in landfills. It makes me sad and it makes me very, very angry. Okay, my dear friends, I am working on other material for you, and I'm hoping to see you on this channel again very soon. So until we meet again on the next video, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.